Hey there, Well Watchers! My name is Wifey Well, and today we're going to be playing Nancy Drew Legend of the Crystal Skull. It is game number 17 in the series. I've never played it before. And as usual, when we click the case file to review the case, you'll probably hear the background noises that they decided to add for whatever reason, like the lawnmowers and stuff. It's in the game. I can't control it. I'm very sorry. But let's see what we've got today. Yep, they're starting.
Assignment. What assignment? Bess and I are flying to New Orleans for a long weekend of fabulous music, sightseeing, and food. Okay, so I'm also going to visit Ned's friend, Henry Bolet.
He looks like a vampire.
Apparently, Henry's uncle just died, and he had to go down there for a couple of weeks. Ned says Henry's a nice guy, but kind of a loner who might appreciate a little company. So, the first thing I'll do is leave Bess at our hotel in the French Quarter and take a cab out to the mansion where Henry's staying. Ned called him and said I'd be coming. But once that's done, it'll be laissez les bon temps pour les. The only bad news is the weather's not supposed to be that great this weekend. But what's a little stormy weather when you're in the heart of the Big Easy, right? Right.
There's just something about him, you guys, about the way he looks. We know how to be a detective, and we have done so many cases. Oh, it's so cute. And I really like this last one that we did. Alright, well, I guess let's get started. We're going to be doing Junior Detective today because, as usual, we are a baby. Warning, it's best to play this game in a dark room. It's daytime, draw the shades. If it's nighttime, turn off the lights. Ooh. They've never had something like this at the beginning. Oh, I'm liking this already. I see ya, her interactive. I see ya. Alright, hello? Lucky for us, the hinges are loose.
Anybody here?
The latch is not working. Ooh, this looks like the mansion in Resident Evil 1. I'm digging this.
Hi, the door was open.
I'm not digging it anymore. What is that? It's like a sugar skull. Isn't that what that's called? Oh my gosh.
Here, drink this.
What the hell is that?
What is it?
Something that'll make you feel better. Drink it. Just a couple sips.
It's like green. Is that like broccoli juice? We're gonna decline.
No, thank you.
Don't make her drink any of your weirdo concoctions. Then I really will have to take her to the emergency room.
You just go back to your phone call and leave us be. Don't pay him any mind.
Where am I?
You're at Henry Bolet's house, dear, in the library. He and I carried you in here after I found you unconscious in the foyer.
Why is it so dark in here?
The electricity went out. Lightning must have struck a transformer somewhere. What happened? Can you remember?
Well, the front door was open, so I walked in, and then I saw this, well, I saw a skeleton. And then he saw me. And then the
Her
light
face.
started flickering, and he threw something at me that exploded. The smoke must have made me pass out.
You saw a skeleton?
I really
I'm
did
sure
hit
it
my
was just
head on
someone,
the way down, I
wearing a
guess.
costume or something. I'm Nancy Drew, by the way. I came to see Henry.
So we surmised. I'm Renee Amand.
Renee.
I'm Bruno Bolet's housekeeper. That is, I was. This skeleton that attacked you, perhaps we should call the police.
No. No emergency room, no police. Things are complicated enough as it is.
Henry's feeling a mite overwhelmed. Well, you are looking much better, so I'm going to get back to my plant potting. You need anything? I'll be outside in the garden.
In the dark, in the thunderstorm?
Keep them on hold for 5 hours and see how they like it.
Alright. Instantly suspicious of the maid because she is the one that found me. I'm pretty sure this is a jar of boogers. And also, she's gonna go garden in the storm? Question mark? Unless they have a greenhouse. But even then, it seems odd. I may have to actually shut off my lamp for this. It's really dark. I hope you guys can see okay. I'm gonna have to shut my lamp off. Oh, wow. Okay, I can see now. This is cool. I've never had to do that before for a Nancy Drew game. Where's Henry at? I've heard him. Oh, man. Honestly, that was probably my favorite Nancy Drew opening ever. And that's saying a lot, because Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake was pretty intense at the beginning. And that had always... Oh, boy. That's some music. That had always been my favorite. Closely followed by number 5, the final scenes opening. Oh, here he is. There's the vampire boy. Hope that music's not too loud. I feel like it may be, but I'm not sure. I did a sound test in the main menu beforehand, but low rolling, so there's something in it. Nancy, bust that bee open.
I just found a glass eye. Did Bruno Bollet wear one?
Yep, wore a glass eye for as long as I can remember. Had a whole collection of them. Like to wear a different color every day.
Interesting. We've collected an eyeball. Uh-huh. I gotta say, as cool as this is, sitting in the dark playing this, now I'm worried I'm gonna get jump scared. And 2, I get headaches when I play games in the dark. So, hopefully this isn't a mistake. Bridges to Nowhere by Gianni Dover Foros. Okay, this definitely... Bill Kessler. Wait, I saw Bill Kessler. Prudence Rutherford. Finding Fish by Bill Kessler. Okay, so Bill Kessler, of course, was in the game that we just beat. I can't remember if he was the old guy or if he was Harry Potter. Those are the two characters I always mixed up. Prudence Rutherford was the romance novelist from numbers, 10? Yeah, 10 and 13. But what I meant to say was, all these are about, like, possibly, like, body parts or something. So maybe that's the key to the order we need to put something in. So, Vampire Boy.
So, Nancy, nice to meet you. Ned sent you here to check up on me, huh?
I get, like, big Brendan Urie, like, Panic at the Disco vibes.
Do you mind?
Not really. Ned's a nice guy. I mean, I really don't know him that well, just from school. But when I mentioned that my only living relative just died, he was all like, "Yeah? How you feeling, man? You doing okay? Wanna talk?" Of course, I guess I do come across as a little needy sometimes.
Oh. Well, you want to go to the Black Parade with me?
Were you very close to your uncle?
Great uncle. Great uncle.
I'm not making fun of him, by the way. This was totally me as a teenager.
My parents died in a car crash when I was 8. Since I had no other relatives, he took me in. Or should I say he shipped me out? Boarding school, summer camp, military school, college. He may have looked after me, but he never spent any time with me. I didn't know him at all.
So you shouldn't be too sad then.
What are you doing, if you don't mind my asking?
Great Uncle Bruno named me executor of his estate, which means I have to make sure all his bills are paid and debts taken care of so his assets can be distributed. Unfortunately, he He couldn't have cared less about little things like keeping records or balancing checkbooks. Dealing with his creditors and their lawyers has been an absolute nightmare. So, thanks for stopping by, Nancy. And now you can report back to Ned that I'm fine and go enjoy New Orleans.
No, I can't. Not until I know who that skeleton man was and what he was doing here and why he knocked me out like that. Look, I can understand you're not wanting to call the police, but somebody should investigate. And since playing detective is kind of a hobby with me...
No offense, but are you sure you didn't just pass out from the heat and humidity or something and dream that you saw the skeleton dude?
So the gardener lady was instantly like, we should call the police. This sounds serious. This guy's like, I doubt there's a skeleton dude.
I'm positive.
Okay, look around all you want. But I should probably warn you, Uncle Bruno was into exotic pets. Didn't believe in cages, so he gave him the run of the place. And just because he's dead doesn't mean they are. So if you're gonna go poking around, be careful.
Okay, I was loving this. I was loving the rain. Everything was good in the hood. What kind of exotic pets? I'm not afraid of anything except for spiders and octopus boys, but that's a different game. So is this the garden? She's literally just out here in the storm. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's not so bad then, I guess. I guess we should talk to her. Uh-oh, we're out in the rain. We're getting wet. Oh, geez. Oh, no, my umbrella.
Nancy, welcome to my little lantern-lit corner of the world.
It's kind of cute, though. Like, honestly, working out in the rain like this,
Looks like you
I'm
like to
kind of
grow
jealous.
I do indeed. Herbs mostly. And because I'm in constant need of them, I grow them in pots.
There's nothing quite like cooking with fresh herbs, that's for sure.
I don't use these herbs for cooking, darling.
Um,
Did you and Henry have a nice chat?
She really did try and serve me broccoli juice with boogers.
Did I detect a little animosity between you two back there?
Henry's a very morose, very negative young man. Very cunning, too. In fact, I'm fairly certain that he's been selling off Dr. Bolay's belongings on the sly.
This is my question, too, not just Nancy's. Why would he even do that?
Won't all of Dr. Bolay's belongings go to Henry anyway?
Absolutely not. According to Dr. Bolay's will, Henry is to get 30% of the estate. Dr. Bolay's physician, Gilbert Buford, gets 30%. Our Lady of Route 57 School of Dentistry and Cosmetology gets 30%. And I am to receive 10%.
Only 10%, huh? Do you guys think she's feeling a little shafted?
What was in that concoction you wanted me to drink after I got knocked out?
Never you mind. It was just a little remedy I brewed up on the spot to help you feel better.
It's boogers.
If you don't mind my asking, what's in that little pouch you wear around your neck?
Things. Secret things. Things that give me special talents when special times demand them. People usually laugh when I say this, but this pouch is my connection to the energy that powers the universe.
Oh,
Well, at least you didn't laugh.
What if it's the knockout gas? I'm suspicious of her. She's just too friendly. You know what I mean?
if you don't like Henry that much, how come you're still here?
I'm here because Dr. Bolay paid me in advance, and I always fulfill my obligations.
I'll leave you to your potting.
One more thing. I, too, have seen the skeleton man. After Dr. Bolay passed, that night, I saw him in the hallway. He was there, then he was gone. So you best be careful, Nancy Drew, because if it was Mr. Death, and I truly think it was, he's come back.
Have you been burying bodies, ma'am? What the heck? Why are we killing bugs? Oh, we gotta do it fast. They're getting up.
That should keep you guys quiet for a while.
Was this a task? We have obtained a... What is that, a pear? I don't know my fruits. I love vegetables. I don't care for fruits. Ooh. Oh no. What did I say? Ooh, Jesus, Louises. Nope. He can have that key. That's his key. We're gonna have to get a duplicate made or something. Oh boy, I've got the heat. I'm gonna turn my lamp back on if that keeps up. Whoa. This is so freaking sick. Whoa. Oh my gosh, they did so much with this one. I'm like so impressed. What's the point of coming here though? Is this like a maze? Oh, I bet it's a maze. Oh heck, it's a maze. Alright, let's go back. We don't need to look through a maze right now. Let's go, Nancy. Oh, dick. Okay. My little heart's racing since we saw the spider. Oh, why is the angle all crooked? This is creepy. Oh my gosh. I am obsessed with this. Is this where we just came from? Hey, a lizard. It's a pet. Oh, we can't look at him. Is this a different room? I can't even tell. No, it's the same room. We missed that whole bookshelf then. What? I have no idea what that's about. This is trippy. He was looking at this. Or she. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Dude. This is such an improvement. Sorrow Park. Dang it. Maybe I'm easily impressed. And if so, fine. But oh boy. I mean, this is incredible. Oh my gosh. That's from, what, number 2? Yeah, I'm almost, yeah, I'm positive. Must be an order we have to press these objects in. He was definitely looking at this though. Can we just talk about the fact that, like, Edgar Allan Poe is here with a toothbrush? Zeeks? Okay, someone tried to burn either a purchase or just some sort of invoice. I don't even want to mess with that right now. Who has a minigame built into their table? Ow. Peter Parker. But these are all names of people that worked on the game or something. Wait. Innocent Fraser. I'm looking for his uncle's name. I guess we should go upstairs. Oh?
That's the front door, but I'm not leaving until I figure out what Mr. Skeleton Man was up to.
We could leave, though. Oh man, there's like gonna be zombies up here or something. Oh, there's zombies. There are freaking zombies. What the? Oh god, this is so creepy. Curse of Blackmore Manor has nothing on this. And what's up with the freaking... Look how dirty it is. Why? Isn't she supposed to be a housekeeper? She's not doing a very good job. Oh boy, I'm legitimately unsettled, which is so impressive for a Nancy Drew game. Alright, I guess let's look over our task list.
Check. Check. Still have to do that. I haven't done that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that. I haven't done that. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. I haven't done that.
Yes?
Is your great-uncle's estate worth very much?
I have no idea. Nor will I until I get all his affairs settled. He was a dentist for most of his life, so he must have had some money squirreled away. As you can tell, he was darn good at squirreling away junk.
Have you had any of his things appraised?
Somebody from a curio shop came in and took a quick look around, but it wasn't anything formal.
He was avoiding eye contact when he said that.
Why is there an empty frame in the gallery in the other room?
Apparently someone stole the canvas. Renee says it disappeared sometime after Bruno died.
What was it a painting of? Do you know?
It was of my parents. I think it was painted in the garden out back. Renee doesn't like me. Wouldn't surprise me if she took it out of spite.
I found this scrap of paper in the fireplace. Do you know anything about it?
No. You always go digging around in people's fireplaces?
Just looking for something that might tell me who that skeleton man was.
Ah. Anything else?
Why is there a model of a cemetery in the other room?
Because Great Uncle Bruno used to oversee the cemetery next door. Made that scale model so he could keep track of where everything, or should I say everyone, was. Crafted all those miniature crypts himself. And people think I'm weird.
Do you know what this is? I found it in the other room.
Looks to me like some kind of tracing.
I was thinking that maybe my skeleton man left it
There is a
behind.
footprint on it.
Well, I sure don't know anything about it. Anything else?
I'll check back with you later.
Awesome.
Alright, let's talk to the lady one more time. I wonder if there's just the two suspects.
Hello again.
Have you ever seen this before? I found it by that scale model of the cemetery that's inside the house.
It's a mystery to me. I suggest you ask Henry. He leaves things lying around all the time. I guess it figures I won't notice amid all the other clutter. But I do. I notice everything. How else may I be of service to you?
What can you tell me about the painting that's missing from the frame in the gallery?
Very little, I'm afraid. I didn't notice the picture was gone until after the reception following Dr. Bolet's funeral. I cannot even tell you what it was a picture of.
You literally just said you notice everything. She literally just said that. You are very suspicious, Miss
Nice
Garden and
talking to
Pants.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, you're welcome, freaking liar.
Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that.
Alright, I know we can check some of this
All
stuff
done.
off.
I haven't done that. Still have to do that. I haven't done that.
Alright. They also said I didn't explore every inch of the garden, which I did not. I definitely did not. Hi? Oh. Well. What do we have to do? I don't know. I mean, I would assume push them in a certain order. I'm not seeing any indications, though. Don't really want to get lost in the maze. Alright. You sure there's nothing over here you want to talk to? Or poke at? Or still? My notes said something about the grandfather clock and I kind of just dismissed it. Ew. Also said something about figuring out why the guy was over here, which, I mean, I thought, oh? Well, maybe we missed something else then, if we missed that. Well, so I guess maybe we do need to explore around there a little bit more. But I don't see anything else. Guess we can try and beat this. Oh, that's me? What does the star do? Reset. I understand. No, I don't. I didn't know the marble would do that. Okay. Okay, so I figured this out. Oh, I bet we have to put, I think I know what to do. Now I can get my square out, but what do I do with this? It has to go this way because it'll get stuck in a corner. It has to go right and then up. I think I have it. Eh. Oh my gosh, I've done it! Genius. It took a lot of brain power. That puzzle took me like almost 10 minutes. So either I'm dumb or it was a good puzzle. Okay, we can check that off the list.
All done.
Okay. I'm so scared we're gonna like see something through the window. Like, ooh. That's one of like my biggest fears ever. Is you look and someone's on the other side of the window. Okay, well apparently we need to go ahead and get lost in the cemetery, so let's do it. Ooh, this is so good. Oh, creepy. This looks like the same boat from Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake. It has me looking at all of these things, but I don't know if at the end of the day any of it's gonna matter. Here's the tree, which is like in the direct center of the map. Ooh. No key, no key. Okay.
To figure out if there's anything camouflaged in that design, I'm gonna need some paper.
I think we already know what it could be, Nancy, but okay. Sorrow Park. Oh, wow. West, north, east, south, west. Okay. Well, did I make a note of this before I write it down myself? Nope. Alright, let me write this. West, north, east, south. West, north, west, south. East, north, east, north, east, north, east, south, west. West, north, east, south, west, north, west, south, east, north, east, northeast. Uh-oh. I think I wrote too many. Yeah, east, north, east, north. Oh, wait, east? Oh my god. E-N-E-N-E. E-N-E-N-E. And then I have an N-E here. I have an extra N-E. Better count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I had 2 extra letters thrown in there. This part right there was getting me tripped up. Well, at least I caught it before we left, and then, you know, I had to redo all of it. Come back. Like, these that are just like a wall, like, why? Just kind of double checking that I went everywhere. I think I did, but... Oh, nope, I didn't. The Crowing Crypts. See, this is why we check. And then I definitely went these ways. Okay, okay. Guess we can go back home. So, yo, anyone got some paper?
Hello again.
Do you by any chance have some plain paper and anything like chalk that I could use?
Don't have any chalk, but I certainly have paper. But it's up in my room, and I'm afraid I cannot retrieve it for you until I'm finished here. You get the sudden urge to draw a picture?
Something like that. I know, I'll help you. That way you'll get done faster.
Nancy.
Gracious, you are the picture of impatience, aren't you? Well, I appreciate the offer. But here, why don't you just take this instead? It's an extra key to my room. The paper's in a drawer in my nightstand. Just go on up and help yourself. But make sure you lock the door when you leave, you hear? You I trust. But Henry, him I do not.
I really appreciate this.
As long as you're going up there, my appetite could use a little placating. So I would be much obliged if you would bring me a candy bar from my nightstand. And take one for yourself while you're at it.
Are they drugged?
You bring me that Cocoa Kringle bar like I asked?
Oh, Cocoa
I'm sorry, I
Kringle.
forgot. I'll I'll do it right now.
Aw, that's from game number 6. I love the homages. You know, we should probably save. Legend of the Crystal Skull. We haven't even seen a Crystal Skull yet. Alright, that's an appropriate name. Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
One for Renee.
Gosh.
And one for me. Yum.
What? Do we just take it? Oh, yeah, it's the paper. Duh. She's gonna be mad. I ate 2 of them. I don't want to turn around. So, are we gonna talk about the satanics? Oh no. Oh god. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay. In addition to spiders, I really, really don't like dolls. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. I'm not putting on a show. I really do not like dolls. I feel like I'm gonna cry. We're just gonna not look that way for a little bit. Oh, Jesus. So, some satanic, writings in blood with lots of triangles. Okay, no big deal. No big deal there. She really has a chocolate addiction. Hiccup powder. Nancy, do you think that powder might be like, I bet she made that knockout powder. What do you guys bet? It's like she's trying to scare Henry away from the estate so she can have everything herself. But Henry isn't getting scared, and so that's why she hates Henry, because she's spoiling her plans. I'm guessing you have to make... Okay, this one... Nope. I can't undo it, can I? That's not right either. Dang it, that's not the one I had picked. Is it different every time? No. Nope. No. That one. I'm worried I'm gonna forget. Oh wait, I already know it. It's... Damn it. This is hard. 18, 11, 13, 14. Okay, this looks like the thing on the wall. I'm just going to take a photo of it with my phone. And it looks like a spell. She's definitely crazy. Is that all? Yeah. Okay. Can you turn the pages though? I didn't think so. We're gonna have to do voodoo. Oh. Oh, hey, it's actually just a doll from Blue Moon Canyon. It's creepy here. It's not creepy up close. Okay. I don't have to cry anymore. Do I want to attempt to decipher this? First one, almost full triangle with a line, is ba. So for voodoo, I'm gonna write ba. Then this one, za. Lu. I'm pretty sure this one's paw. Paw. This rip, I wonder if one fell off. D. Moo, like a cow. And caw. Okay, we have this spell. Don't know what that translates to, but we definitely have a spell. What was I doing?
You bring me that cocoa kringle bar like I asked?
I sure did, girlfriend.
Right here.
Bless you. I'm so hungry I could devour these plants I'm potting up, dirt and all. How else may I be of service to you?
Whose boat is tied up down there where the bayou comes up to the cemetery? Do you know?
That would be my boat. Comes in very handy when I need to forage for certain swamp-dwelling plants.
Alright, I know she's gonna lie about it, so let's really pay close attention, okay?
Those weird symbols on the wall in your room, do you know who painted them?
I did. Fact of the matter is, there's a spirit living in that wall.
A spirit?
Got a voice that'd send shivers down the spine of Dracula himself. Used to hear it sometimes, in the dead of night, half talking, half whispering, saying this one word I never heard before, like it was from a language no one on earth spoke. Suddenly, I knew. The spirit was trying to cast a spell on me, so I got me a book and found out that by painting the word I heard on the wall, syllable by syllable, in hoodoo signs, I could counteract the word's power. And you know what? The spirit has not spoken that word or any other since.
What was the word?
Darling, a sack full of water moccasins couldn't get me to say that word out loud. Nor will I write it down, no sir. Not ever, ever, ever.
I'll see you later.
Fare thee well.
Oh, do you mean him checks notes? Bazalupa di Muka. She's like, I didn't hear anything. Alright, let's see if Vampire Boy has a pen or something. Or a crayon or something.
Yes?
Oh, okay.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Whatever.
I feel like it's time for us to probably
Did
make
that. Still have to
some
do that.
phone
Can't
calls.
check that off yet. Still have to do that. Did that. Can't check that off yet. All done. Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that. Still have to do that.
Okay.
I haven't done that. Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that.
Well, we got some of it done. Oh, I probably can't make a call because he's here. That would be rude of me. So I'm just going to check really quickly and make sure that none of these stick or open up like a secret passage. That would be a negative. Okay. I guess let's go to the other room and make some phone calls. Not with that view, though. Oh. Cab company?
Due to current weather and road conditions, cab service to the greater New Orleans area has been temporarily suspended. We regret being unable to serve you at this time.
Basically, we can't leave.
Hello? Nancy?
Hey, Ned.
It's about time you called. Did you make it to New Orleans okay?
Yep.
Have you seen Henry?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Is he okay?
He's fine. Well, he's the executor of his great-uncle Bruno's estate, which he's not real happy about. But he and his great-uncle weren't that close, so he's not grief-stricken or anything.
Well then, are you okay?
Other than being attacked on my way into Henry's house by a skeleton wearing a red ascot and getting knocked out by the smoke bomb he threw at me, I'm fine too.
What?
Let's just say that I've stumbled onto a mystery, and I'm not leaving till I solve it. It's also raining cats and dogs, and there's no cab service, so I'm kind of stuck out here anyway.
Is Bess with you?
No, I told her I'd meet her back at the hotel.
So tell me about this skeleton man.
Well, it was someone in a costume, obviously. He or she was leaning over something in the great room when I walked in and surprised them.
So they threw a smoke bomb at you and ran?
Yeah, it must have interrupted whatever they were doing.
What were they leaning over?
A scale model of the cemetery next door. Henry says his great-uncle Bruno made it so he could keep track of who was buried there. Apparently, Bruno used to oversee the cemetery. And right near the scale model, I found a tracing of some kind of symbol. I'm thinking maybe Skeleton Man dropped it.
Why would Skeleton Man be interested in the scale model of a cemetery?
Good question. Maybe I'll take a real good look around in there and see if I can find out.
Good idea.
I'm still trying to figure out how you got to be friends with Henry.
Well, we're not best friends or anything. Heck, we're not really even friends. I just feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he never hangs out with anyone between classes, and when I'd heard there'd been a death in the family, I just wanted to make sure he was okay all by himself down there.
Don't worry, he's fine. A little strange, maybe, but fine.
That's good to hear.
You know, you're a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I know.
No, if he was a nice guy, he would be here comforting him. Not me.
Right after Henry's great-uncle
Because
Bruno
I'm
died,
scared.
someone stole one of the paintings from his gallery. Just took the canvas and left the frame.
Anything else missing from the house?
I don't think so. At least no one has said anything. Of course, the only people here are Henry and Bruno's housekeeper, Renee. And this house is so full of stuff. Even if something else was missing, it would be ages until anyone noticed.
You think the missing painting ties in with your skeleton man somehow?
I mean, I think so, but
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea how it ties in, but my gut feeling is there's some kind of relationship between the two.
Well, if there is, I'm sure you'll find it.
Bruno Bolet's housekeeper, Renee, is still here, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get
Because
along.
she has a motive to stay
Why do you
here.
think
The
she's
money.
staying on?
Money.
She says it's because Bruno paid her in advance.
But you don't believe her.
Not at
10%
all.
of Bruno's estate is supposed to go to her. Only she thinks Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets on the sly. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's staying on so she can keep tabs on him.
How much of Bruno's estate is Henry supposed to get?
30%.
That's a pretty healthy chunk. He wouldn't be selling stuff on the sly. This Renee person sounds kind of paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She wanted me to drink some strange-looking concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless, but stay on her good side, just in case.
Think you could give me a hint?
You bet.
When it comes to those buzzard statues in the garden, I know I'm probably supposed to make the feathers of that one buzzard form a certain pattern. But how am I supposed to know what that pattern is?
Keep your eyes peeled for a book which Bruno Bolet wrote, and once you find it, pay close attention to what he has to say about statues and keys.
Excellent. Thanks for the advice.
My pleasure. Bye.
Hello?
Bess, hi, it's me.
Hey, Nance. I just got back from shopping, which I am happy to report is fantastic here. So, what's going on with you?
A lot.
A lot is in a whole bunch of fun stuff?
Let me start by telling you what happened when I arrived at Henry's house. I walked up to the front door and discovered it was open. So I walked in.
You were knocked
Whoa.
out by a skeleton wearing a red ascot?
Someone
Hey,
dressed as a
Zeki.
skeleton wearing a red ascot. Although the housekeeper here thinks it really was a skeleton, Mr. Death. But then, she's a little strange.
Do you think it was a burglar?
I'm not sure. I caught him or her sneaking around the scale model of a cemetery. And later, I found a tracing of something right by it. So if I could just figure out what it's a tracing of, and what, if anything, it has to do with that model cemetery, I might be able to figure out who Skeleton Man is.
I know that tone of voice. You're not leaving there until you've done just that, are you?
Actually, I'm not leaving because they've canceled cab service around here because of the rain. In fact, since I can't go anywhere, I'm hoping you can check something out for me. I found some kind of receipt
Well, this
in the
is
fireplace
convenient.
that may or may not be a clue.
What's it a receipt for?
That's what I need to find out. See, it's half burned up. All I can read is the receipt number and the name of the place it's from. Zeke's.
Zeke's? You gotta be kidding me.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm sitting here on our balcony in the French Quarter looking down at a place across the street called Zeke's.
That's great. So go over there and ask whoever's behind the counter what receipt number 21-3872 is for.
You want me to snoop?
I wouldn't call it snooping.
Forget it. Not gonna do it.
Beth,
I'm not good at that sneaking around stuff, Nancy. I get nervous, my tongue gets all knotted up, my palms sweat, to say nothing of my armpits.
Beth, receipt number 21-3872. Just go in and ask what it's for. No big deal.
Maybe not for you.
Beth, you can do it.
This is not gonna end well, I just know it. Okay, I'll call you as soon as it's over.
I'll be waiting.
This is interesting. Oh. Wow. They have a lot of stuff. Oh. Oh, Jesus. It startled me. Okay. We won't poke that anymore. Mystical toast? Delicious, I guess. Hey, I recognize the submarine hat. This is hilarious.
Ew, P.U.
And then the weirdo has a hiccup one. Is there any significance? Hey, this was in Curse of Blackmore Manor in the library. Aww. Oh. And I believe that was at number 6. Fun. Okay. Hi.
Hey, doing a little end of the day shopping, huh? See something you like?
I like everything.
That's what I want to hear. I'm Lamont. This is my place. So if you got any questions, I'm
What
the
was
guy
the
to
order
ask.
number?
Actually, I do have a question. This friend of mine found the number of a receipt that came from this shop, and she asked me to ask you what the receipt is for. But if you're really busy, or you'd rather not, or it's against the rules,
No problem. What's the number?
21-3872.
21-3872. Here we go. That ticket was for a large box of assorted unknown items I bought from Henry Bolet. And, that's all I can tell you.
Assorted unknown items?
It's a box with a bunch of different things in it, kind of like a grab bag. Look, I just don't want to make trouble for anyone, okay?
What do you mean?
Can you tell me what was in the box?
It's still in the back room. I haven't had a chance to really go through it yet. Hey, is there something else I can help you with? Beads, hula dolls, old books. Got great deals on all of them.
Is Henry Bolet a friend of yours?
No, I met him at the reception at Bruno's house following the funeral. Gave Henry my card, said when he wanted to
Wait.
start liquidating, he should give me a call.
Did Bruno have a lot of valuable things?
Didn't look like it, but what he lacked in quality, he made up for in quantity. That house of his is filled with junk. He kept everything. For someone in my business, the place is knick-knack heaven.
Seeing as this place is called Zeke's, and it's your place, shouldn't your name be Zeke?
Guy I bought this place from wouldn't sell it to me unless I swore I wouldn't change the name. So I didn't. Funny thing was, his name wasn't Zeke either.
What's up with all those bottles of weird stuff over there?
Hoodoo's something some of the more superstitious people around here practice. They think if you mix certain herbs and roots a certain way and drink them, or carry special objects around in little mojo bags, it can give you a supernatural edge in your daily life.
I'd probably poison myself.
Hey, I hear ya, but I can't knock it, cause let me tell ya, the stuff I got in here sells like hotcakes. Somebody thinks it works, so hey, who knows?
I bet the Renee, or whatever her name is his only
Guess
customer.
I'll check this place out some more.
Take your time.
I say we're done, but... Oh, we're not done. Oh? What's up with this?
Still needs some work.
How could we possibly know what to do?
Still needs some work.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that right now. We'll just let Nancy know what we found out.
Hello?
Good news and bad news, Nance. I found out that the receipt is for a box of stuff that Lamont, that's the guy who owns Zeke's, bought from Henry Bolet.
No kidding. What kind of stuff did Henry sell him?
That's the bad news. The box is in a back room, and it contains assorted unknown items, and that's all Lamont would tell me. said something about not wanting to get anyone in trouble. So, looks like that's that.
No. You've got to get into the back room and find out what's in that box. Which means you're probably going to have to, you know.
Oh no, I'm not going to snoop, Nancy Drew. I told you, I'm a lousy snooper.
You've got to, Bess. I have no way of getting down there, and seeing what's in that box could be really important.
Could be? I'm supposed to risk life, limb, and liberty for something that could be important?
Yes, Bess, please, just find a way to distract this Lamont guy. Look through the box and leave. You can do that, okay?
You owe me, Nancy Drew. Oh, do you owe me?
Oh, you're the greatest. You really are.
Not feeling very good about this. I mean, if my friend asked me to do this, like, sorry, buddy, but, you're on your own. I'm not going to jail, so I'm guessing the distraction would be this, but gosh, there's like, it could be 100 combinations. 100. I don't understand. I don't see any indication on what to do.
Still needs some work.
It needs a lot of work. I mean, what could possibly... Alright, think. Dang it.
Still needs some work.
She's saying we're missing an item, but it's somewhere in the shop. Well, I thought I already thoroughly looked at the place. I mean, I would assume it's not one of these. We already looked at all these. Is this a thing that people in New Orleans believe, though? Like, is there a voodoo thing down there? Oh, this? I don't know. Guessing not. Well, game, you're not really giving me a good hint.
Maybe I'll have another look around in here.
Take your time.
Oh, I'm gonna take my time, alright, because I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. The answer...
Evening. What can I do for you?
Oh.
A bowl of gumbo,
You gonna
please.
order something?
I did order something, jeez.
Talk about spicy.
Is that it? What's the point in that? I'm trying to see if there's somewhere else we can go. I don't think there is.
What looks good to you? There you go.
Well, I thought maybe one of those would give us the other item, but nope. It's just to eat, but I don't understand why. Oh, I feel stupid. There has to be something. I seriously... I don't know if I should just... I mean, this is where it starts, right? This is the one that moves. It also says I need something still from the shop, which we've looked at everything.
Still need some work.
So I guess all I could think of is to do one object at a time. Oh, it can't be that. And then go from there. If that still doesn't do anything.
No cigar.
She says close but no cigar to that. Does she say that for all of the little ones?
Well, I've got the right idea.
Oh? Or no?
I'm getting there, I think.
I don't think you're doing anything. I think you're lying to me. I will say, this fan is here and it's on, which makes me think it needs to... I don't know. If this raises the balloon, does it start here?
That doesn't quite cut it. Well, I've got the right idea.
Oh, quit. This is the dumbest freaking puzzle ever. Some of these can only go in so many spots. And then some of these... I mean, I feel like I understand what I'm supposed to do. Which is, we're supposed to knock stuff over to make a distraction. Which, so then maybe we do need to steal one of these. I can try touching them all again.
This might come in handy.
Oh, okay. Where do I put it, though? Oh. Maybe that's what's been the issue.
I'm getting there, I think.
Unless there's some sort of hint that I'm missing, I'm angry. I'm tempted to just look it up. Okay, this was literally the stupidest thing. How are you supposed to figure this out? Just naturally. Through trial and error. I feel like I messed with it quite a bit too. Is everything... No, the head's not right. The head goes here. So apparently this is what it needs to go in. Wow.
There, that should do it. Lamont, could you help me?
Sure, what do you need?
I can't quite reach that bottle up there. Could you get it for me?
Sure.
This is so evil.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'll go get you something. What do you need?
Nose spray. Back room.
No spray, back room, got it.
So when I looked it up, it also said trial and error, but gosh, there's like 100 million combinations. Is this the box? Burno and something. This just came to my attention. Levergue was just wondrous this summer. We both stayed in the south of France for only a few days to visit some old friends. Lorelei spent far too much time in the kitchen. Golden braised pork shoulder roast with turnips and roasted plums, and an entire quail wrapped in puff pastry. We brought only a simple chocolate cake from the street market. That was our dinner. She does things like that, you see, always trying to show up the guests. That's how she is. I must be off to the post quickly before the fog rolls in. I'm expecting parcels. We hope that all is well. Please keep in touch. Most cordially, Melinda? Hamlet. Some of these don't exist. I'm gonna take a picture of this really quick, just in case. Oh, but what I was saying was, yeah, I basically said trial and error, no hints. That's like the dumbest freaking puzzle. Speaking of dumb puzzles. Nothing's coming to me. I mean, I'm looking at my photo that I took. And gosh, he's still sneezing, poor guy. Like, it says Hamlet 1, 3, 32. Well, 32 is bigger than 26, so this can't be letters of the alphabet. Letters in the letter would be kind of ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, but if they're together, some of these don't exist. 1, 3, 32. What would that even be? So L, V, and then I have to count all the way to 32? I doubt that's it. Ooh, alarm will sound.
I need to go through that box for Nancy, then get the nose spray for Lamont.
I would have walked back here already and got it myself. I mean, there's no other clues. So do we just go for it? Alright. So... Oh, I know I'm gonna mess this up. And see, if one letter gets messed up... L... Is L and V options before we... V is not on here. So it's not right? Unless that's not a V. Hold on. I don't know. It could mean go forward 3. So start here. 1, 2, 3 would be E. There is a E. O, D, U, N, R, T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. B. Well, L-E-B. I guess we... So then, should I add 8 from there? I'm gonna write down L-E-B. L-E-B. I don't think it's right, though. Do we do 8 from there? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another E. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, N. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, U. I think U is the letter. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another N. This might actually be it, but if it is it, it's really dumb. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't remember if D was 1. And then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, T. 1 is O. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another D. Maybe D was there. And then 10. Is that what the X is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what the X says unless the X doesn't count. There's a D. Okay. E, B, E, N, U, N, D, T, O, D. Wow. That puzzle was honestly so dumb. I don't like this place. Dr. Bolle, this completes our transaction. The Whisperer
Whoa,
is
this
now
is
yours.
I better call Nancy and read this to her word for word.
Whisperer.
Wow, Bess, that is weird.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The box the letter is in is padded, and it has this round indentation in it that's the exact size of a human skull. It's like it used to contain a skull, but now it doesn't.
Did you find anything else?
Yeah, inside the box that this box is in, there's a couple of photographs. One's of a boy and a dog, and the other is of an iguana dressed up like a pirate.
What?
And there's a costume in the box of a skeleton man.
Really?
Thought you'd like that.
Good job, Bess. I'm gonna poke around here and see if I can find out anything about a skull called the Whisperer. You better go take care of Lamont.
Would you believe it? The guy is still sneezing. He must keep nose spray around because something's wrong with his sinuses. Oh, he's gonna hate me.
Interesting. You know, I wonder, we should have checked her notebook. I wonder if it would have said anything about that stupid letter.
Still have to do that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that. I haven't done that.
Or something like chalk.
Can't check that off yet.
Look for anything that might help me find out what happened to the skull that used to be in that box best found in the curio shop. Well, let's just see if anyone says anything.
Yes?
I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with me for a while.
Let me guess. Because of the big storm that's blowing in. Everyone in the city's freaking out, and you can't get a cab.
You're one heck of a guesser.
Person at the bank told me. Just before she put me on hold for 2 hours. Don't worry. We've got plenty of food here. Beds, candles. You're welcome to stay.
I'm going to keep looking around.
Awesome.
Hello again.
I'll leave you to your potting.
Come see me anytime.
Well, shucks. Ned's hint was something about, like, reading a book, so guess we will double check around here really well. Okay. Didn't think we could interact with this before.
What was
Oh.
That was Uncle Bruno's pet iguana, Iggy. He's always in here stealing paper. He must be using it to build a nest or something. Look, I had all those books arranged so they fit perfectly in that box. Put them back in, okay? I don't have time.
I just want to look through this one book.
Go right ahead. After you put all those other books back.
Oh man, I wish I saw what it had looked like. It probably doesn't matter ultimately. We could probably put them up a number of ways. Okay, so all of this stuff is going to have to be together. Oh, well, maybe not. The Crystal Skull, Fact or Fable? Oh my gosh, we're so close. It fits there, but not. Hold on. Hold on, I think I got it. Nice. Hotchkiss. Oh my gosh. That's what, number 4. Treasure in the Royal Tower. That was the crazy lady that I really liked. Does that number get saved automatically? Well, let's look at the book first. Where? Oh. Mm, 13 humanoid skulls carved out of pure crystal. At some point in the future, fate will bring them together. They'll speak. And the wisdom they impart will save the human race from annihilation, usher in a golden era of peace and enlightenment. Just still that. Here we go, the Whisperer. The first documented reference to the crystal skull, known as the Whisperer, came in 1532, shortly after Hernando de Soto helped Francisco Pizarro ambush and capture the Incan Empire Atahualpa at the Battle of Cajamarca. De Soto's aide-de-camp, while updating the De Soto's expedition records, noted that during subsequent imprisonment, De Soto befriended the Incan ruler. In time, told De Soto a secret. He possessed an exquisitely detailed, life-size human skull that the ancient ones had carved out of pure, clear crystal. He happened upon it at the hut of a deceased high priest who, astonishingly advanced age, had caused his fellow priests, out of fear and jealousy, to slip him a fatal dose of poison. A took a fancy to the skull and kept it, and soon realized that the skull, which he contended would sometimes whisper to him in an unearthly voice, using unfamiliar words, was giving him immunity to all human ailments. As long as he possessed the skull, A told De Soto he would live forever. But like the priest before him, and like everyone who possessed this particular skull after him, A soon discovered that while the skull could perhaps protect him from the ravages of time and nature, it was no match for the treachery of his fellow man. To De Soto's great surprise and dismay, Pizarro had A executed. Although there's no other mention of the skull in De Soto's records, it is highly doubtful that the Spaniard would have left such a treasure behind when he returned to Europe in 1536. Indeed, the next documented reference to the crystal skull, which A seems to have inadvertently bequeathed to De Soto, came in a letter written by a nobleman in the court of Philip II, the member of the Austrian Habsburg family who took over the Spanish Empire in 1556. While a guest at the Habsburgs' palace in Vienna, the nobleman mentions encountering a crystalline head of death, which a manservant swore made utterances strange and low, too terrible for the ear to bear. Apparently, the skull then made its way to France, most likely via Anne of Austria, who married King Louis VIII of France in 1615, because the next reference to a death's head carved from remarkably clear crystal can be found in the manifest of a ship belonging to René Robert Cavelier, a French explorer who, in 1684, was preparing for a journey that would take the skull, ironically, back to the New World from which it had come. The fact that La Salle took the skull with him on his expedition to colonize the Mississippi River Valley suggests that he may have been aware of its reputation for conferring immortality upon its owner. But once again, his real enemy proved to be not age or disease, but his fellow man. A group of his men stranded in what is now Texas after the expedition landed in the wrong place and antagonized the local Native Americans, eventually mutinied and killed LaSalle so they could abandon their mission and head for the relative safety of the French outposts in Canada. The Whisperer, however, appears to have been left behind, and didn't reappear until almost 200 years later. The photo to the right, found in the basement of a library in Jonesboro, Arkansas, suggests that by 1881, A's crystal skull had found itself in the hands of a traveling huckster, who apparently used it to lure potential patrons to his wagon so he could sell them various balms and elixirs. If he is the same Curtis Caldwell who, according to census records, settled in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he lived and worked to the ripe old age of 93, dying only when a dissatisfied customer set fire to his house in a fit of anger. If the Whisperer was in Caldwell's house, it no doubt survived the fire. But exactly what happened to it next has proved impossible to discern. Its current whereabouts is a mystery. But what is known about the skull's previous owners could prove very useful in solving that mystery, for all the people who have possessed it have had two things in common. They lived for an unusually long time, and they always, without exception, met with death at the hand of another. In other words, the trail that leads to the discovery of this particular crystal skull will likely be one that begins with murder. So I'm thinking crazy lady, when she was worried about the voodoo stuff upstairs, she was hearing the whisperings of the crystal skull. That's very, very interesting. And it sounds like the uncle then was murdered, probably by Henry, so that Henry would have the skull. I don't think it's her, because if she was trying to counteract the skull, unless she was afraid of it. That's incredibly interesting. I know that was a lot of reading, but that was actually really, really, really interesting. So, you murdered your uncle that you don't love?
How did Bruno die, if you don't mind my asking?
Just dropped dead in the front hallway. I mean, the guy was 95 years old. Here, check it out.
Check what out?
Myocardial infarction. That's doctor speak for heart attack.
Attending physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9970. Was that Bruno's doctor?
And his best friend, or so I'm told. I've never met him.
Interesting keychain.
That's one of Uncle Bruno's glass eyes. It's the one he was wearing when he died.
How nice.
Anything else?
I'll check back with you later.
Sounds good.
He was very quick to whip that out. It's almost like he knew he was being accused. You know what I mean?
Hello again.
Oh boy.
Did Dr. Boulay ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer.
No, he never so much as mentioned a crystal skull, whispering or otherwise.
She's very tight-lipped. She normally won't shut up.
Were you in the house when Dr. Boulay passed away?
I was indeed. I was in the library cleaning when all of a sudden I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Boulay lying by the front door. And as I rushed over to him, the door opened and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Boulay and hollered at me to call 911. So I ran back into the library and did just that. When I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Boulay, listening for breathing, I suppose. And then he started pushing up and down on his chest. But it was too late. Even I could tell that Dr. Boulay was gone.
How was it that Gilbert was able to just walk right in like that?
As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment.
I understand that Dr. Boulay had some interesting pets, like an iguana.
That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
Did he ever teach you how to make them do their tricks?
I never cared to learn. Don't get me wrong. I liked Dr. Bolay, I truly did. But I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as bathing in a bayou full of gators.
I'd better get going.
Thanks for coming by.
I definitely want to call this doctor fellow. This could be like the case of number 2. How did we not notice this before? I don't know. This could be like the case with number 2, though, where the bad guy is someone you basically don't see the entire game. We'll call Professor Hotchkiss first, though, because I love her.
Yes, hello?
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she. Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes. You were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, I met you at Wickford Castle.
That's ridiculous. There was no cheese tasting room at Wickford Castle.
No, we were both guests there. I found a journal written by Marie Antoinette which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please...
I can't believe she doesn't remember me. I remembered her.
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Chop, chop.
Oh. And I'm bad at names, and I remembered her.
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bolay ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name you can remember. Bolay. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yes, I know. So did Bruno Bolay call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
I love her. I really do.
Why did he call, if you don't mind my asking?
Because he had read my book, of course. The Crystal Skull. Fact or fable, one of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in a rich, tangy lemon sauce.
I mean, I would assume he wouldn't admit that.
Do you remember what you talked about?
If memory serves, we talked mostly about the skull called the Whisperer. He wanted to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my journeys. But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah, the eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bolay said when I turned the tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered. Yet Bruno Bolay dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag! Why didn't he tell me that? Oh, that's right. I would have hung up on him. Well, if that's the case, then I strongly suggest you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
How much would a crystal skull like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
If If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed? Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, the real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
If tests show that a skull is only a couple of 100 years old, then it's a fake?
Ah, would that crystal contained carbon? Because if it did, carbon dating could be used to determine its age, much like carbon dating is employed to determine the age of bones and religious relics. But what is crystal? Quartz. What is quartz? Silicon dioxide. No carbon. No carbon, no carbon dating. No, to determine a crystal skull's authenticity, you must examine it for marks left behind by modern-day tools.
Okay.
Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible to the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be shown that a particular specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times and didn't just suddenly appear in, say, Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called rational explanations happen all the time, Nessie. Now, does that mean there are mysterious external forces at work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to make it true? Who knows? Oh, questions, questions, questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
That's it for now.
Rock and roll!
She still says rock and roll. Aww. Well, she talked a lot. And she talked so much that I'm looking at my paper, how long it took me to do some of these puzzles. I'm worried that we're going to need to go ahead and stop for now. This should be about 2 hours. I'm really loving this one so far, though, you guys, and I'm very excited to call the good doctor at the beginning of next episode and see what he says about this supposed heart attack. But, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you being a well watcher, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!